Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is Monday and it's time for another recap of Love and Hip Hop New York. It is season 10, episode 13, and it was titled Mind Your Dollars. All right, y'all. It wasn't a lot going on in this episode, so I'm just going to kind of lump the people together so we can move through this swiftly. Okay? So we're going to start with Fresher since he opened up the show. Fresher is shopping for rings, y'all. And Pat Poose walks in and Fresher tells us, like, between the money he owes Jada, the down payment for the house, he basically broke. And he don't really know how he can afford this ring, but yet he gonna buy the ring because he wants Jen to be on his good side type thing. That's basically what I heard. I don't know about y'all. So Pat, he come in here, he was like, look, I don't know what you buying, what this is about. But is it about what I think it's about? And he was like, yeah. He was like, oh man, I'm happy, because Pat love that black love and stuff. So Pap all excited for him and stuff, but Pap had some deep stuff to something. He was like, oh shit, oh, something is burning my eye, y'all. Oh God, I don't know what just went in my eye. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Something's like burning my eye. So he was just like, before you get this ring or whatever, you need to settle everything that you did or whatever. Like, he was like, well, yeah, I already set up. He was basically telling like he already settled the stuff with Jada. He was like, oh, I'm glad you settled that with her. But, you need to make sure they feel like, she important and all this stuff. So, how Pat be going into it. And Fresher was like, yeah, but, I'm taking action and stuff. So, me buying the house, it ain't just me talking. That's me taking action. Me sitting down with Jada, that ain't just me talking. That's me taking action. Me buying this ring, that's me taking action and stuff. And this ain't even the first ring I got. This the second ring. Because the first ring, we got into an argument and she threw the ring out the window on the beltway. I said, oh, she wouldn't be getting no other ring. No, she wouldn't. Out the back. What? And then that man broke. And you out here throwing expensive rings out the girl, stop. She wouldn't be getting no another ring. She'd get a ring pop. She wouldn't be getting no goddamn engagement ring out the window. No. Did y'all find the ring? That's what I want to know. Did somebody find the ring? Because that's ridiculous. Like, you can't get that mad and you just roll down the window and throw it out there. They ain't got no automatic. They probably rolling it. So, and then you throw it out the window. Girls, no. Pat was basically like, yeah, everything, because Pat had told us, he was like, look, fidelity, loyalty, and honesty worth more than anything. That's what he needed to be giving her, whatever like that. I was like, Pat, you better speak. That's why I like that man. And Fresher ain't trying to hear nothing, and he ain't really trying to hear nothing Pat saying. Pat basically like, you can't go out here and buy her another ring. You gotta let time heal. You gotta let her heal from everything that you've been doing. And then, you propose and all this other stuff. He like, yeah, you right. But he ain't listening. He ain't listening at all. Because we see he ain't listening. Because then later on, he added dang on. Oh, let me not skip that. So then we see Jen. Okay, she all in her little fur and stuff, and then Jada come in her fur, and I was like, oh, the fur emporium must have had a sale or something, because all these people got furs, and we know Jen broke, and Jada, she's still struggling, because, yeah. And, so, whatever, they there with their little furs and stuff, and then they at the table, and then Jen basically was like, look, I'm glad we can come to a professional understanding. The last time we met went left real fast. And I'm like, yeah, because you turned up or whatever, Jim. But, it's neither here nor there. And so she was like, I know what you claiming. And I don't think he really owe you 70, probably more like 30. And Jada like, it ain't what I'm claiming and stuff. It's what he owe me. She like, yeah, what you claiming? Okay, it's a claim because I ain't seen nothing on paper. Okay. So then she basically like, look, it's more like 30. So what we gonna do is here go this agreement right here. She slide the paper. And you're going to get $1,500 a month for 24 months. Okay? That's the agreement. So, Jada like, what? Because I ain't want to get the law involved and stuff like that. I ain't want to get the lawyers and the legal fees and all that stuff. But I will do that because he owes to me. I'm not taking this. And I can't really take your word because you don't even have no ring. Like, you just got a necklace or whatever. She was like, what you say? Whatever go through me? My money is me. Like, you better take the deal because I make the decisions or whatever. And so then she like, no. She was like, well, good luck getting your money. And so I was just like, okay, well, I guess Jada ain't gonna get her money. You stupid, Jada. Jada, take the goddamn deal. The girl got it written down on a piece of paper. Take the deal. You're not gonna get no money from Fresher. That way, at least you got a written deal to say you gonna get $1,500. Cause he ain't giving you no 25. That man is broke. You ain't getting $2,500 from this man unless you got it written out in black and white that this man owe you this money. Like legit, not just know what you think. Like, oh, what a studio costs 10,000. No. You gotta have it documented, receipts on how much you spent at this studio, how much you spent on this photo shoot, how much you spent on hair, like all this stuff. You need to have that written out. If you don't got that, you're gonna be screwed. So you might as well take the $1,500 that they trying to give you, girl, because he's not gonna come out his pocket with no 2,500. But she ain't listening. So she takes the paperwork. She basically threw it on the ground after she tried to steal the damn wine glass out the restaurant. I said, what the hell she thinks she ate? What? You just gonna walk out the restaurant with the damn wine glass? Where do they do that at? No. I don't even think they let you do that down there in New Orleans. They do the plastic cups or whatever. Not no real wine glass, no girl. So she leave out or whatever. Then we see Fresher. He at the doing a photo shoot for his song Bigger or whatever like that. He like, yeah, I heard what Pap said, but bigger is the way to go. So, I invited Jen up here because I got a surprise for her or whatever. So then Jen come up there. She's still mad about the arrangement he made with old girl and behind his back or whatever. She's like, I'm mad because he made that deal with the trash behind my back. I'm like, girl, why she gotta be trash? Now calm down. So she tells him, because he like, well, how you think, baby? She was like, it's cute or whatever. And she was like, look, I met up with Jada. And he was just like, oh man, come on. I ain't want to get the legal team involved and stuff like that. I ain't got that money, baby. I'm broke. I can't pay no lawyers. So she's just like, yeah, but I ain't like how you went behind my back. You did. You were supposed to do it we were supposed to do it as a team or whatever. I wasn't involved because how she got curl her lip up like she a gangster and stuff. And he was just like, but I don't care about all that, baby. She was like, yeah, we supposed to do this as a team. Like we supposed to be a team or whatever. And he was like, look, baby. Anything we do from here on out, you make the decisions, baby. You gonna make the decisions. She was just like, oh, okay. Cause so she arguing in front or trying to start an argument in front of the family. Cause we see her mama there, his grandmom, the kids there, and then some other random people sprinkled throughout. So, she was about to start a whole argument. He like, baby, the only family I care about is you and the kids. I don't care about no other family. And she was like, well, things need to go through me. And he was like, everything gonna go through you after the day, baby. So he dropped down on his knees. And she looking like, what? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I said, oh, girl, calm down. So she all excited. And I guess she finally saw the family and stuff. And then she all acting like she don't know what's going on. But she gonna put her hand out. Like, if you don't know he want to propose or you know he gonna propose. So he all screaming and will you marry me? No, I will not. If you yelling, why you yelling? What you yelling for? Calm down. Ask me again when you in your calm voice, okay? But she said yes, and they gonna get married and stuff, child. That was it for them. Now we gonna go to Kimbella. She basically at home with the baby and stuff. Twin Joel's brother, he come over. Then Joel's mom and Twin's mom came over. She came home from work. Apparently Kimbella invited them all there, whatever, so they can read some letter from Joel's from jail and stuff. The letter was sad. It was basically like he missed his family, and then he was apologizing to the baby for not being there during the birth, during the first walk, during the tea, like all this stuff, child. And then he was apologizing to all the family members. Everybody was crying and whatnot. It was just real sad. Then they did like a big ass hug at the end. Then we see Chris and Jim. They at a restaurant and they was just talking, and they was talking about him going to the studio to lay down some tracks and stuff, and he was basically saying like he got Joel's back and that's his brother and yada yada yada. And then Chrissy somehow it came up about the house. She asked him about Mama Jones like in the house and stuff, and he was like, she liked it, like yeah, she liked it. I was like, God damn. But he was like, she liked it, but he didn't get a chance to tell her because she put him out. And she was like, well, why she put you out? He was like, well, so I told her, this is my fucking house. Like, I paid for the house, whatever. She was like, he was like, I shouldn't have said it. She was like, well, I mean, you could have said it, but it was the way you had to say it and stuff. And I was just like, no, he really didn't need to say that. Like, we all knew that he paid for the house or whatever like that. So, like, what was the purpose of saying it? And then he was basically lying to her, telling her that the mom liked the house and she ain't had no problems, and he didn't get to tell her that Chrissy decorated the house or like that. And then he had thanked her for decorating, blah blah blah. In the beginning, before they had this whole conversation, he was like on his phone, and she was like, you on your phone and stuff. He was like, yeah, but I gotta call the mortgage company or whatever, because that's important to do. And she was like, oh, now you want to call the mortgage company. I said, ooh, she's shady, but she right though. She right. I guess he don't want his mama house to be foreclosed like his was. Okay. So then we see, and basically he was saying he didn't want to tell Chrissy that his mom had quirked off about the house because he didn't want to upset her. But I was like, well, she gonna find out, but I guess you ain't want to ruin the movie and stuff, but whatever. Then we see Jim, Chrissy, Kim, and Twin in the studio, and they just, Jim laying down some tracks. They talking about their album, like Lil Wayne gonna be on it and something that's gonna be called Celebration. I don't know when they said it was gonna come out, but he's supposed to be getting out of jail in the summertime, so I guess before he get out, I'm not 100% sure. But that was pretty much it. Oh, and then she was saying like, everybody probably feel like it's strange that we together or whatever like that we put our differences to the side. This is Kimbella. Put our differences to the side, but that's what we do. We family, we Dipset or whatever like that. I was like, but wasn't y'all Dipset when Chrissy? Okay, so we're gonna move on to Remy Ma, Olivia, and Yandy. They in the first studio. I'm not studio. Child, because everybody in the goddamn studio, but they in the first store, and they just looking at different furs and stuff, and they talking, Yandy and Remy. Olivia walk up, and they like, oh yeah, you came or whatever, and so Yandy tell them that Mandisi he finally got a date. She don't want to say the date, but she excited because he finally got a parole date or release date, I should say. A release date. And then she asked Olivia what's going on with the music and stuff. And then she was telling her, like, I got 4 songs away from finishing my album. And she was saying, so that's what I get. So then Andy was like, oh, well, who managing it, whatever. And Olivia was like, no, I ain't doing that route again. And so Remy was like, oh, it must be some, some bad blood there or something like that. She was like, yeah. And then somehow they got into Rich. And then Yandy was saying that she met up with Rich and that she was talking to him and stuff. And that, she was basically telling Rich, like, I don't think you know thief or whatever. And so Olivia was like, oh, yo, wait a minute now, you going too far, like you about to make me mad or whatever like that, like you don't believe me now. And she was like, no, it ain't that I don't believe you, I just don't believe that. I don't know, like, look, and then here go Remy, you just believe that both their stories is true. Yes, thank you, Remy, thank you for saving my ass. Like, pretty much, because Remy jumped in there and saved her. And so what was so then Yandy was trying to figure out. She was like, well, who told you? She was like, well, Cisco told me. And then Yandy was like, well, was they still going through their beef, or like was they on good terms and stuff? And she was like, I mean, they was like on the cusp of their beef and stuff. So it sounded like Cisco was trying to get back at Rich and just telling him like, yo, he's stealing from you, he doing X, Y, and Z. And that was putting a bug in her ear. And then so she wanted to research further, and that's how it tumbled down and so forth. So basically, Yandy was trying to figure out, like, was Cisco on good terms with Rich or no? And he wasn't. So Remy was saying, like, as long as you got because Yandy was like, well, as long as you got your paperwork together, like, it shouldn't be no big deal and stuff. And so Remy was like, yeah, as long as you got them split sheets together, then, and they signed off and everything like that, then it ain't, no issue. And so she told us, like, the split sheets is basically what is it's a paper that shows what people put into the record or whatever like that, and what you owe on the record and blah blah blah, and then they gotta be signed, and then both parties don't agree, then it ain't signed, and so forth. So, like, do Olivia got the proper paperwork? Like, what's going on? Did she sign this paperwork? Like, we don't know. So I guess we're gonna figure it out later. And Remy was basically like, Rich is in a different place, but if you come at him wrong or something like that, he gonna get real defensive and all this other stuff. And it was just like, they was just kind of talking and it's kind of telling her like, look, just make sure you got your stuff in check, girl, because if you don't, you ain't, you know. And then Yandy was like, well, is you gonna sue? Like, is you gonna do something? Like, you gonna take him to court and stuff? She was like, it's gonna get handled or whatever. I was like, well, it's been 10 years and you ain't handled it yet, so what you waiting for? Like, girl, come on. Then we see Rich. He playing golf. He with Pat. Well, Pat and Joe Button walk in or whatever. And Joe Button was like, we meet in the awkwardest places or whatever. So Rich was like, you know, it'd be rich people and old people ish or whatever. So they were just joking and stuff. And then Rich brought up the picture that Joe posted. And he was saying like, you know, like, you posted a pic, what's going on? Like, y'all going back together? Is it a chance that you getting back together? And then Pat was like, look, it sounds like you taking your time, but her seeing that picture may mean that y'all moving forward or y'all doing this X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. So maybe y'all need to talk or whatever, because she looking at it differently. I was like, oh, I like these conversations y'all having. And so then they asked them, was it a possibility that they could get back together? And Joe Button was like, yeah, it's a possibility. So that was it. And then a child, Joe was like, Rich, you aging like Benjamin Button or whatever. And I got a lot of people asking about you and stuff. And he was like, well, you ain't trying to hook me up or whatever. Here goes Joe Button. They don't want to hear about your thieving stories or stealing stories. I said, oh, Lord, the shade. He had to do that. So then Rich was like, oh, come on, man. And you know I ain't steal. Y'all know as artists or whatever what happened. I wrote the song. She sung the song. She traveled all over the world singing the song. She owed me. And they seem to agree, like, that's what happens when they write, you know, like they didn't say anything, but they didn't come like, oh no, that ain't how you do it, X, Y, and Z and stuff. And nobody came in the confessional saying no different than what Rich was saying. So it sounded like what Rich saying is true. So they was basically saying like, it ain't even about the money as far as December. It ain't about the record. It's about that you was her brother and that she was looking at it like a sister brother type deal. You looking at it like it's business, but she looking at it like, look, I'm singing a song. He wrote the song, so he gonna give me a couple dollars or whatever on that song. And Rich was looking at it on a business standpoint. She was looking at it as family, and that's where it got all torn up. So they like, yo, it ain't even about that. It's about she missed her brother or whatever like that. And you her brother, and you did her wrong as her brother type thing. So it seemed like Rich kind of got it, but I don't know, child. And so let's see what they saying. But Olivia, like, the business is business. Like, I don't condone him not giving her no money or nothing like that. He could have at least, you know, told her something or said something to her. I don't know. But to me, he did her grimy. But as far as like business, I mean, he may have did her right. But as far as like family, then yeah, he did her kind of grimy. Yeah. So I don't know. You just find your own mixed business and pleasure. Then we see Remy and Pap. She getting like together for like new looks for her new album and stuff like that. She talks to Steve Rifkin, and she was saying like he was one of the main figures in her 25 year main figures in her career, and he putting together like a 25 year of Loud Records at Radio Studio. She gonna be there doing like a tribute to Big Pun, and then singing with Fat Joe and stuff like that. So she excited about that. And I was like, oh, look at little baby Remy. Because that baby looked just like Remy. She is so cute. She was just too cute back there in the back. Then we see Sin. She meeting up with Joe at the hookah spot. And she ordered, well, he was like, give the lady what she won or whatever. She was like, yeah, because this lady used to be his ex-fiance, now baby mama, so give me that bass. I was like, you had to say all that, son. That was too much. And she just want to know what they doing, basically. She was saying like they had a blast at the baby shower, but she want more type thing. Like she basically want a title, pretty much. Because she's saying like he moving single, and and he not putting in much effort to get his family back. But he like, look, we done went on dates. We done did this. We done had overnight stays. Like, we done went to therapy. Like, why are you saying that I'm not trying to put this family back together and we done did all these things? I think basically she just want a title. And until she get a title, whatever he doing ain't gonna be working. And the thing was crazy. He said they did overnight stays, so basically he stayed over. The producer gonna ask you and Joe had sex. She was like, no. And they was like, well, he said overnight stays. She was like, well, that's what Joey said. Like, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then so then she started getting sad and stuff and whatever. And she was just like, so I'm supposed to just sit around and wait for you. And he was just like, I mean, yeah, that's what you're supposed to. Something ain't right with you. I'm doing all this stuff and you still saying I ain't doing nothing. Like, what's wrong with you? Whatever. And so then she got sad in her confessional because she was saying, I get sad how human beings just let each other go. And she didn't really want to talk about it, whatever like that. I don't know. I heard word on the street they together. So who knows, child? If they want to be together, more power to them. If they don't, then more power to them again. Man, I really don't. Then we see Remy. She doing this show at Radio City. She was over there with Fat Joe. She was in that white fur. That thing was cute. That was pretty much it. That was it for them. And then at the end, we see Olivia. She said she was getting frustrated. She wanted her money back, period. And she was meeting up with Cisco. She said he hit her up, so she made time because that was her brother and he helped her out when she needed it. So she telling him, oh no, she was saying something like, you can't hit your sister up or something like that. It's been, what, 9 years? And he was like, no. And she was like, it ain't been 9 years or whatever. And so then they get into, he was just like, yo, I talked to Rich and he told me that you said that I said that he stole money from you. And so I said, oh, I see where this shit going. As soon as somebody start talking like that, you know where that shit going. They deny. So he like, well, I don't know where you had got that from. She was like, am I being punk? Nigga, you said it to me. You called me up and told me that he was stealing. That's when I started digging into it and figured out that he was stealing all this money and stuff like that. He owed me $117,000. I said, you said it was $115,000. You found 2,000, two more thousands. Okay, whatever. So then he was like, no, I don't remember that. She was like, you don't remember that? So you telling me you don't remember that? You don't remember none of that? And he was like, no, fam, I don't remember none of that. So then she get up, she start walking, she gets out and leaves the restaurant. Because she like, look, I ain't got time for this foolery. This man has told me he stole money from me. And I don't understand why my brothers keep trying to play me. And like, this ain't right. I'm out. So she leave, he go follow her. He like, come on, Liv, it's cold out here. Like, why are we outside? And she like, I ain't cold. I'm hot. I'm boiling hot or whatever. So then they start talking. He was just like, look, on my wife, my kids, my this, my that. I ain't say that this man stole this money. I don't remember saying none of that. She was like, are you serious, yo? Like, you supposed to be my brother. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You don't remember this conversation. Where is the car at? Kim, I don't know what the lady name was, but she asked for the car. They ain't coming to the car. She was basically like, look, this why he was like, well, you stopped talking to me. I stopped talking to you because you was talking to that snake and I ain't want to deal with that no more or whatever. He like, why are you still mad after 10 years? Like, why you still worried about this song? Like, y'all need to fix your relationship. I'm worried about my money. I want my $117,000. So you telling me I'm supposed to just not get my money or whatever? And then they kind of cut off or whatever, child. Look like they gonna meet up with Rich next week and get down to this nitty gritty. I believe Cisco said it. I believe Cisco trying to backpedal and pussy pop because he got caught up in it and he didn't think that it was gonna come back up because he was mad at Rich. He was real immature back then and he ain't give two shits. So I think that he said it and now that it's come back up, he trying to act like he ain't say it or whatever like that. I don't know why. Like, if you ain't like Rich or whatever, and she said she did some research and found out that he stole the money, so why you just can't be like, oh yeah, I did say that, you know, you need to look into X, Y, and Z but I ain't really mean that he stole it from you. I mean, whatever. Say what you want to say, but don't sit here and lie and act like you ain't tell this girl nothing. So why she go on this whole hunt and stuff, looking for stolen money if you ain't nobody tell her nothing? So I don't know. Cisco full of it. And it look like next week that freaking Cisco and freaking what's that boy name? What's that cheating man name? The cheater. What's his name? Not Joe. No, what is that man name? Peter Guns. There we go. Him and Peter gonna fight. I said, what the heck? Where'd that come from? What? But child, I don't know. So we finna see somebody fight next week. Maybe. Who knows? Because you know how they do the editing and all that other crap, and then we don't see nothing. But anyway, y'all, tell me what y'all thought about this episode tonight. Leave it down here in them comments. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. Yeah, the thumbs up button, which is the like button. And then hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to my channel. Also, if you know people who watch these shows or whatever, and y'all like me and whatnot, and, like, get a little laugh, they want to get a little laugh too, go on and share my videos and stuff like that and tell them to subscribe. All right, y'all. I think that's all I needed to tell y'all for tonight. So until next time, peace.